In this module, we begin our consideration of what we call the School Contextual Analysis. This is a requirement of the course, and it's worth 10% of your grade. And it's where we try to do some combining of the field work that you're doing and the instruments that impact teachers in the classroom and connect those a little bit with what we do in 203. A school contextual analysis is typically where someone would go in and investigate one school inside of one district. And they would analyze the nature of the school, they might look at the budget of the school, they would certainly consider the demographics of the neighborhood and the children who are students in that school. And so usually that's the way it works. For our purposes, it's not going to be a perfect system because you all will be observing in model lab school, but we're also going to have you take a look at some Board of Education meetings that perhaps will be from Jefferson County or Fayette County, maybe Madison, and we'll be looking at some policies that might come from model or they might come from a different school. So just understand that normally when this is done, it would be done looking just at one school. But for our purposes today in 203, we're going to be sort of overlooking that a bit, and we're going to act as though you're reporting on one school when in fact we realize it may be a couple of different schools. The school contextual analysis is a series of 6 tasks, relatively small tasks, where you'll be asked to identify some special education policies that are being used in the schools. You're going to look at site-based decision-making councils and policies related to that. We're going to ask you to assess those policies for their potential impact on students and on teachers. We're going to have you locate school report cards so you understand how it is that the state disseminates information about each school to the public. You will be looking at the teacher professional growth and effectiveness system that's used in the state of Kentucky. And this is a fancy term for how we evaluate teachers. So you'll be taking a look at that. We'll ask you to collect agenda and minutes from a school council meeting and watch an excerpt of a school board meeting. And then in each of those, you'll have a little task that you'll do to respond to that. Now, the last thing is we're going to have you take each of these 6 tasks and then combine them into one complete document that we call the School Contextual Analysis. And you've got a blank document that's available for you. You'll be able to see the link here on this page. You'll also see a sample of what a completed school contextual analysis might look like, thanks to one of our former graduate students who provided a sample for you. So we'll begin with our clinical task number 1 in this module, and then in later modules you'll see clinical tasks 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So just remember, each time that you complete one of these, you're going to go ahead and submit it, but you're also going to save that because you're going to collect it into that school contextual analysis that you'll be submitting at the end of the course. You can manage that any way you want. Some students may choose to start off with a blank form now, and each time they do a task, go ahead and add it in there, or you can wait to the end and add them all in at once. But just remember, here we are in Module 6, and that's where the blank form is. So that's sort of an overview of the school contextual analysis assignment, and I hope at the end of this you'll be able to see how it is that teachers in the school relate to certain aspects of their work.